I look at the Chicago team, and this has nothing to do with what I think of Connor Bedard, but I don't think he has a hope in hell of getting 80 points this year.
Oh, I do.
You do?
I do. I mean, he's played
with who?
With Taylor Hall. How long is he hurt for? Ryan Donato is his other line mate. Listen, it's thin.
Okay, usually
It's
when
thin,
a guy
but
gets
he's
80
elite.
or 90 points, there's someone really close beside him getting like 75, 80.
Right.
Like,
can Ryan Donato get 60?
Can he?
I don't know. I just, he's got a point in every game so far. Here's my theory about this whole Bedard show. We've seen the start of the season for him, right? It's Boston and Vegas and Colorado and Toronto and all these huge venues. Eventually, it's going to calm down. He's going to start playing in Columbus and Dallas and, around the league.
And you know what happens too? Eventually,
maybe he'll exhale.
The buzz kind of wears off, and it becomes a job. And you get some days you're more tired, and you're 3 and 4 nights, and it's new, and the demand on you off the ice, the commercials, the waiting for another take. I mean, that stuff piles on an 18-year-old kid. Listen,
70?
God bless him if he can. I think 65, 70 would be a unbelievable year for him. And it's the lineup. Like he talked about this Lucas Reichel tonight. We'll watch him.
On line 2 with Tyler Johnson and Taylor Raddysh.
Did you just hear Panger talk about, he's Minton. It's like
he's 19.
Can he physically handle it? Is he strong enough? I don't know. Let's throw him in there and find out. At least Minton can follow behind Tavares and Matthews. This guy's got Bedard in front of him, who's barely getting his feet wet.
Can I say a positive thing about the Blackhawks?
Yeah, sure.
I've watched a few of their games so far because I'm really interested in Bedard. I'm a big fan of his. Gotta say, I sneaky like that Foligno, Dickinson, Perry line.
Well,
wouldn't mind that as the Leafs fourth line.
Yeah, you want to spend $10 million on their fourth line?
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, they're not. They suck anyway. They don't care. They're going to trade both those guys for picks at the deadline for sure. But
great pickups. I love them giving those guys $4 million. We need NHLers.
They're second line right now.
Yeah, I know. There'd be a fourth line on good teams, but they're leaning on guys. I actually like that line. They have a bit of an identity.
Dickinson, Perry, great line.
It's a good line on a bad team for sure. And they're probably not going to be as effective in game 45 as they are in game 3 and 2 or whatever. But yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about this responsibility on Bedard because we have some clips. Marner, we got a Marner clip. We got Taylor Hall on Connor Bedard.
Taylor Hall one's really strong.
Do you want to go to that and see what his teammate thinks of all the responsibilities he's wearing?
Love to hear it.
All right.
I think he's handling it really well. I mean, he does way too many in-game interviews and stuff. I think that they need to find a way to just let him play. But he's, I think he understands his role as a major ambassador for the game of hockey, and he's handling it so well. He doesn't seem to be fazed by it, but I think that, it can be a little much for him at times. He doesn't say that, but it feels like it is.
Good for him.
Wow. For Taylor Hall.
Yes.
Yeah, he should be speaking up on behalf of the guy, basically.
He's big picture stuff.
Yeah.
And
what do you think Lou Lamoriello would have done
Don't throw him
with
to
Bedard?
the Wolves, that's all.
What do you think Lamoriello would have done with Bedard? I just know the rookies, when I was with the Marlies under Lamoriello, they couldn't even do interviews. They didn't play 3-3s in the AHL.
Well, first of all, that's a great question because we know Lou has Lou rules, and we watched it recently with Matthews and Marner and Willie, but I just don't know. I don't know whether or not the pressure from the league and their PR and ESPN and TNT, Colby with his couch would have said
Colby on the show.
Right? He would have said, no, we need this guy. And Lou, the
league needs this guy.
Get rid of your rules here because we need to sell this guy. And I think it would have put a tremendous amount of pressure on Lou. He would have fought hard, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm just not sure he would have won this particular one.
Well, Panger said when we were talking to him that they didn't have a morning skate today.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
They played on Saturday night.
I know, but you can also say that you could have saw that canceled morning skate in August, coming off Montreal, being pulled in your first Hockey Night in Canada visit. you could have said, okay, we're not doing that again in Toronto. So that could have been canceled like months ago. You don't throw. You definitely didn't want to throw him to the vultures this morning, day of coming out of Montreal. So I think it was
just planned from the start that they were never going to happen. Okay.
This morning's skate was never going to happen for Connor Bedard. And with all due respect to Taylor Hall and Nick Foligno and Dickinson, nobody wants to hear from those guys.
Jeez. All right, let's hear from a couple other Maple Leafs on Connor Bedard, who's going.
Foligno's good at the media. Maybe you want to give a quote.
Fliggy.
Come on.
Oh, buddy.
I like Nick.
I love Nick. I love Nick.
By the way, Connor Bedard is 25% at the faceoff dot this year. Matthews has been a top 5 NHL guy for the last couple of years, so good luck tonight.
Yeah, most guys struggle in the dot.
As rookies.
Yeah.
There's actually a significant change as you get older.
You throwing Mitch Marner's comments on him?
You want to hear them?
Or did you want to go to Connor?
I think they're two different tones of clips. I mean,
okay, let's go to Mitch Marner first.
Yeah, let's hear from Marner.
All right.
You know, I think as a young guy, you're coming in here just to play the hockey game of it. There is definitely expectations of when you're the first overall pick and how good the expectations are of you, that, everyone wants to grab you and, talk to you. So you can see from both sides of it, but, obviously at some points you just want to be out there playing the game of hockey that you grew up loving. So I can definitely see both sides.
So I think he's a pretty good guy to ask about this, Marner.
The ice as a safe haven, right? No one can bug me here. You just get to play. That's nice.
Who was it that said about the glass in Montreal wasn't to keep stuff in? It was to keep everything out? I don't forget who.
Great line.
I forget who said it. It was
recent?
No, it was like an old-timey quote.
Yeah.
But the glass in Montreal, it's like kind of like here. It's like,
It's your homework. Find out who said that.
Yeah, okay.
It's Cy Dennehy.
Here,
I'll
do the Googling here. Click, click, click.
Outside of him shooting the puck, which we all want to see again tonight, maybe the most impressive thing so far is the way he's handled this.
Yeah.
For an 18-year-old kid to say not necessarily the right things, but to not say the wrong things.
Right.
Which is really tricky.
Yeah.
Really tricky. And I think, Sammy, I got a quote, a clip off of Connor, which I hope is the one that I asked you for. But this one is really impressive. Now that you're a celebrity.
About talking about Matthews? That's what you said, right?
I assume that you mess up a lot since you started.
I am incredibly concerned.
So,
want to play the clip?
I want to play the clip.
Oh, God.
Connor Bedard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously he's someone that I feel like pioneered this certain shot or whatever, and he's got 6 and 2, so he's doing something right. But for me, just getting to, ever since he came in the league, he's been someone I've loved to watch and looked up to, just how he plays the game. And I think his shot's obviously something that everyone knows about, but just his complete game and how he is in his own end, how he is all around the ice is pretty special. And because he gets so many goals and is so good in the offensive zone, I think that gets maybe overlooked. So he's an unreal player, obviously one of the best in the league, so I'm excited to go up against him.
Okay, like a lot of things over the last 2 years, you missed my clip that I wanted. But that's okay, because I'm going to tell everybody.
What was the clip?
It was an extension of that, but I think it was off the back comments that he said that it's just basically, it's not just Auston Matthews. There's a lot of guys on Toronto that, I'm looking forward to or I'm playing against. And again, this just goes to show a little bit of his savvy, where he's already saying, don't make this about me
versus
and
him.
Auston. I'm playing the Toronto Maple Leafs, which I thought was really, really savvy and smart, and maybe shows just why he's been able to handle it so well up until this point.
You're right, actually. He's really media savvy. Even like he gets his first point and they win, and the pitcher's like, and then they lose and he gets his first goal, and it's just stone faced, right? Like, I remember the interview after he got his first point, the night they lost. They said, how do you feel about your first NHL goal? And he said, well, we didn't get the 2 points, so it doesn't matter. And it's just like, yes, it does.
Matthews did that too. After he scored 4 goals in his debut, they asked him about it, and he's like, I had a turnover in overtime, and we lost. Yeah.
I don't know what I want him to say there. I guess that's different if you turn it over in OT, but like, you're the Blackhawks. You lost to whoever it was opening night. Pretty good team.
He's just, you can tell parents, upbringing, the right agent, the right advice, whatever it is, he's been groomed really well for this stage right now.
You just imagine this has been his life, this constant immersion. Because, like, instead, obviously working on his game the whole time, but also taking all this off ice training, coaching, these experiences. He'll be a pro at this by the time he's 20 years old.
You just hope the Blackhawks don't blow it.